Welcome, good people. Yes, it's your boy Young Moolah coming at you today, Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. We have a robust 9-game slate here on DraftKings, and we're coming at you with Triple Threat, our NBA DFS showcase, where we come at you with daily fantasy sports strategy today in the NBA space, and we're going to give you the goods as we always do, bringing you the top picks, top plays on this tasty 9-game slate thing here at GAB Sports. We build winners and we boost bankrolls. Yes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the show. It's your boy Young Moolah, man. Always and forever a triple threat. Please take the time to subscribe to the channel below. Go ahead and leave a comment if you like. Feel free. We like the dialogue. Want to engage with you all. And also, like the video and follow us on social media at GAB4Young. That's GAB, the number 4, YUUNG. All right. And as we proceed, we want to go ahead and introduce ourselves. We are gentle and blissful, gifted and beautiful, generous and benevolent, and most appreciatively, we are grateful and blessed. Guidelines to achieve and build GAB Sports. It's your boy Young Moolah. And yeah, we got a big slate on tap today. Yeah, it took a little bit to dig through a lot of these games here because there are some very nice matchups, some high over-unders, high totals. We got some players on the on players with some questionable status that we need to be on the lookout for. And so with those things in mind, we want to start off with our featured segment, our today's triple threats for Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. Let's go right into that right now. Well, hello and welcome once again to today's triple threats for Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. And we are coming at you with a very juicy 9-game slate over here on DraftKings. And we have dug deep because this is going to be a information slate. We are going to be waiting on a lot of news today, obviously with 9 games on tap, and there's some key players who are questionable, and there's guys who may be rested on the second day of a back-to-back, things like that. So we definitely will need to keep our ears to the street on all these developments, and so we are still ready to provide you with our early look of our top plays for today, the today's triple threats. And we're going to jump right into it, starting off at the point guard spot. We have a guy in Josh Giddey who is coming in very underpriced, in my opinion. This is a great price tag. They're coming in at $7,800 in a matchup against the Indiana Pacers on the road, which is a pace-up game usually when you're playing these Pacers, right? And his minutes have been steadily increasing over the last couple of weeks ever since he's returned, right? So Josh Giddey coming in at $7,800 in this fantastic game environment here on the road against the Indiana Pacers, where actually the Bulls are coming in as 2.5-point favorites actually in this matchup. Matchup is wonderful, and the fact that Josh Giddey is $7,800 when just a few weeks ago, before he got injured, he was like $9K. So now the fact that he's coming in at $7,800 while his minutes are on the rise, I think this is an opportunity to jump in right now, go full force on Josh Giddey to be able to reap the benefits while we can, right? While his price is low here. So Josh Giddey coming in at 7,800 for your Chicago Bulls today. Our first triple threat. And our next triple threat of the day that we want to roll with, Spider-Man. He's the Spider-Man. Yes. Climbing walls wherever he can. He's Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Yeah. And he's coming in at 9,700 against the Los Angeles Lakers. We have LeBron coming back to Cleveland. There's always going to be a lot of energy in the building when that occurs. And we look for Spider to take advantage of it because there's no one on the Lakers that matches up well with this guy. I just look for him to do whatever he wants. And the fact that there's two of his top options in Darius Garland and Evan Mobley on the shelf right now, I mean, there's nothing that Donovan Mitchell won't be asked to do here. He's going to be asked to facilitate. He's going to be asked to defend. He's going to be asked to rebound. He's going to be asked to score, right? He's going to be asked to do everything to lead this team right now. And he's always up to that task, a guy like Spider, who's a perennial all-star. So coming in at 9,700 will be one of our top spend-ups today, no doubt about it. And the game environment, the statistics on this game are the exact same as the Chicago Indiana game. It's a 235.5 over under and a 2.5 point spread. The same stats, the same metrics, right? So we love this game environment as well here against the Lakers at home. And we're going to roll with Donovan Mitchell as one of our top plays of the day. And our third today's triple threat. So we're coming in with Caleb Martin for your Dallas Mavericks as they'll be hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves. And at 4,100, we are searching for that value / ceiling combination where we're getting the right price for a guy with some ceiling who can, hit 35 fantasy points, on his best days. And so Caleb Martin has actually started the past 5 games for the Dallas Mavericks, 26 to 30 minutes cap, that's like his maximum range there. If he comes in at 24, 25, that could still pay off this price tag. If he generates, 28 fantasy points or so, we'll be happy. And so we're looking for some value here, obviously, today on a 9-game slate. You can't just try to throw in all balanced lineups. I don't believe in that kind of a structure. You're going to want some high-end talent here on a 9-game slate because I think that's judicious because there's a lot of the higher price guys who are in such fabulous spots that they're going to be able to crush. You're going to need some crusher scores today. And the guys that give you that are usually the higher price dudes. So you're going to seek some value here on the lower end. And Caleb Martin for your Dallas Mavericks coming in at 4,100 with the role that he has and the added potential of Cooper Flag being sidelined today. Yes, he has a pretty significant ankle injury from what I understand because he was actually doubtful to play on Sunday. So if he was doubtful to play on Sunday when the game was canceled, but it was only a few days ago, he could still be on the shelf by Wednesday. Open up additional minutes for Caleb Martin to stay on the court here if Cooper Flag is indeed sidelined. So we're going to go ahead and roll with Caleb Martin as our third triple threat. And so the next guy we have on deck is Pascal Siakam, Spicy P as they call him. And we're going back to that very juicy matchup against the Chicago Bulls where the Indiana Pacers will be hosting them. And so Pascal Siakam is coming in at 8,800. It's a pretty fair price, nothing discounted here or overpriced, but it's a fair price for a guy, who in games where the past 3 games where the total has exceeded 240 points. And since this is a 235.5 over under, there is a pretty decent chance that it goes over 240. In those games that have exceeded 240 points, Spicy P has lit it up. He has 250 burgers in those contests, and the other one was like 45, 46 fantasy points. So we're counting on this game environment to boost up several people in this game, and we're going to lead the charge with Spicy P as one of the benefactors of this game and back. Also of note is the fact that the Chicago Bulls are one of the worst teams at defending the power forward, right? As we can see, the ranking over here on DraftKings shows 28th for the Chicago Bulls in this matchup at the power forward position. They are the 28th ranked team, which is superb. That's right toward the bottom, right? It's only 30 teams. So if you're 28 greenlit on DraftKings, I take that into account as well. And so we're going to roll with Spicy P in this pristine matchup, coming in at 8,800 for your Indiana Pacers. And our final triple threat of the day, we again are going down in price here, and we're looking for some more value, and we came up with Ryan Kalkbrenner at the center spot for the Charlotte Hornets as they travel to Memphis to face on the Grizzlies. And coming in at 4,600, I think this is a good spot to use a guy center at reasonable values because they're in spots where they can usually bring back a double-double, right? They don't have to just go score a ton of points, right? Sometimes if you're just in the right matchup, and this is the right matchup, being that the Memphis Grizzlies are 27th in field goal percentage in the NBA. They're shooting around 45%, which is on the lowest, 27 out of 30 teams in the NBA. And so a big double-double is definitely within the cards here for a guy like Ryan Kalkbrenner, because there will be a lot of bricks being laid up here tonight is what we're expecting. And his own team is in the bottom half of field goal percent too as well. So opportunities for a guy like Kalkbrenner here, and a line like 12 points, 13 rebounds, 3-4 stocks is something that's not out of the question, as you see him coming off of a 13-9 with 4 stocks in around 26 minutes in his last outing. So Ryan Kalkbrenner, we're looking for him to bring us a double-double here on the road against the bricklaying Memphis Grizzlies, coming in at 4,600. So in recapping our today's triple threats for January 28th, 2026, we have Josh Giddey coming in at the point guard value price of 7,800. We love that, and we love his game environment. So Josh Giddey, point guard, our first triple threat. And then Mitchell, shooting guard, supreme at 9,700. The top shooting guard option available on the board, and we know that he will have even more usage with Evan Mobley being sidelined next to Darius Garland against the Los Angeles Lakers here today, going with Donovan Mitchell, 9,700. And our next pick was Caleb Martin for the Dallas Mavericks, as we are seeking some value. He's coming in at 4,100 today, with the potential of Cooper Flag also being ruled out today. That gives us an angle here to gain some additional minutes here. And also, this is a late night hammer situation. We want to get those late minutes that are so valuable. Over to Spicy P. Pascal Siakam, coming in at 8,800 in that same game against Josh Giddey. So we want to go ahead and give a little correlation there, and we may find some more pieces in this game, depending upon if there's anybody ruled out. We don't know, but right now we do know Spicy P's in a great situation going up against this front court that is not very good against bigs at either the power forward or center position on the Chicago Bulls. So we like Spicy P in this matchup here today. And now our final today's triple threat is Ryan Kalkbrenner, coming in at 4,600 in a game where we can expect or anticipate or hope, whatever you want to use, a nice double-double opportunity for Ryan Kalkbrenner today. We have our 5 triple threats for Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. Good luck to you all, and we'll see you at the top of the charts. Peace. Pretty detailed list of threats for January 28th, 2026 on this Wednesday 9-game slate over here on DraftKings. So what we're going to do, we are going to go over to DraftKings and check out a review of our lineups from yesterday and also build a lineup. And then we're also going to do a dog bowl draft, the dog bowl qualifier over there on Underdog. We want to go ahead and get that, try to book one of those seats for the fantasy championships on Underdog, which is the Dog Bowl, and they will be having that in LA this year. Yeah. Out here on the West Coast, man. Yeah, it's my stomping grounds. Okay, so going over a lineup that we had yesterday. And we did not do well at all yesterday. We got blanked, right? We had like 6 lineups or something, and we got blanked in all of them. And you just turn the page, move on to the next game. But we're going to go ahead and give a quick lineup review to show where things went wrong and some of the plays that we landed on and how it turned out. All right. So Cade Cunningham, as you know, was one of our top plays. He was one of our triple threats, and he did not deliver a big enough game at that price tag. He had 46 fantasy points, but, that's not enough when you're spending $10K, right? And then we also had got on to Dennis Schroeder late in the day, or actually right in the middle of the day once they had ruled out Zach LaVine and Malik Monk. We went and took some shares of Dennis Schroeder, and it did not work out as well either, as he only had 14 fantasy points. And in that same game, we correlated with Josh Hart, and he also did not deliver a big game for us. And the saving grace for our day yesterday on our recommendations was that our homeboy Hubie Hammond, top player of the day, Sadiq Bey, came through for us with flying colors. He brought the 46 burger fire emblem and coming in at 5,800. So at least we got that one correct. And he came in at a very respectable 12% ownership. So that was a good pick for us. And we'll go ahead and could make these top picks count, right? And so at least our top play of the day did come through. And then also in this lineup, we had Miles Turner. We had got onto a little bit of Miles Turner, and he also had a pretty big game, bringing in a 9x value score, at 5,500. He brought 47.5 fantasy points. And then we came onto a couple of those Phoenix plays late, and they ended up being pretty chalky, but there was a lot of room for usage here with as many people they had out in their lineups. And so we went with Jordan Goodwin and Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen brought a decent score, but Jordan Goodwin didn't do as what we thought he might do, So the play to have in that game obviously was Mark Williams, who really crushed it. And I was tempted to use him because I did use Nick Claxton here in this lineup as part of a correlation. And maybe just going with the 3 Phoenix players would have been a little bit better option. Then maybe I could have gotten off one of these plays like a Schroeder or Josh Hart. So that's just how sometimes the angle that you take won't quite get there. And we'll go ahead and turn the page on that. That's where we left off yesterday. So for today, we want to go ahead and jump into the 40K zone. It's a 10K to first, 40K contest, a $5 entry. And so we're looking to go ahead and pile some entries into this contest. And so looking over the slate, the things that we will definitely want to keep in mind, since it is a 9-game slate, we want to go ahead and see what the later games are. See if we can find something in these late games. We have a 6:30 game and we have a 6 o'clock game. So we got the Warriors traveling to Utah. So that would definitely be a great game environment there. And then we also have the Spurs on the road versus the interstate rival, the Houston Rockets. And so, we may be interested in some things there too. So let's just go ahead and see. We'll light up these 2 games here and see if there's anything that piques our interest. Not really in love with the prices on many of these late plays. So we're going to go ahead and skip them for now and just wait to see if there's any news before I show much more interest in these late plays. See if there's any kind of significant news that breaks to give us a little more interest. But as of now, I think we're going to stick with our top triple threat plays and just build lineups based on that. All right. And so we're starting off with our first triple threat. We like this guy today, man. We got a lot of interest in Josh Giddey. So we're going to go ahead and insert him. And then we're going to go ahead and put in one of our top plays as well. Speed, man. It's my speed. And at the center spot. Yeah, there's a guy who I do have my eyes on. And let's see what's going on over here with the news. Is any news dropped already? Yeah. Neemias Quetta is out. Garza Williams was actually the guy who I was interested in, coming in at 3,700. So I know he did come off 26 minutes the other day. Amari Williams at the center spot is sort of a placeholder, but we can easily bump up to Luke Garza if he's named the starter as well. So we'll go ahead and do that because we want to start putting in some top plays here, right? And also, let's go ahead and roll with our other center that we like today. That would be Kalkbrenner, one of our today's triple threats. Ryan Kalkbrenner coming in at 4,600 in that very nice matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies. Yep. We've tapped the gong, right? And the gong is for the guy who we can't go wrong with, right? The gong for the guy who can't go wrong. It's going to be the guy. You're just going to have him. Yeah, it's the top play of the day. The top play of the day for January 28th, 2026, right? On this 9-game slate. It's the dude, man. He's just going to go hard, right? He's going to go hard. What does HAM stand for? He's going to go hard as a mother. Shut your mouth. Yes, this guy is not playing today. It will be no play time. He's going to say, I don't have no gimmicks. I don't have no caps, no fillers, no beef with anybody. Just give me the pill, right? Give me the pill. We're not going to let this guy come into my house. It's no longer your house. Yes, this is my house in the middle of the street. My house. He's going to go hard as a mother. Shut it up. Yes, it's the one, the only. He's going to scale the wall. Superhero 2. He's going to send out the signal, right? And his signal is the web. He's going to send out the spider webs because the homie who be having top play of the day is Donovan Spider Mitchell. Who else did you think it would be today? He's got LeBron coming to town thinking he can reclaim his spot in Cleveland. No, this is my spot. Donovan Mitchell's going to tell him, we're looking for a 60 burger plus. Yes, that's what we want out of you, Donovan. That makes this the legitimate homie who be hamming of the day, Donovan Mitchell, bringing us a 60 burger, coming in at 9,700. All right, let's do it. And so, in finishing up this lineup, we got an average of 5,700 for the small forward and forward spots. So the small forward spot, I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. Who's looking good at the small forward? I didn't really think there was a good small forward in the lower end of the pricing, just in a Cleveland guy, since there are several dudes out. Should we go with the cheap guy, D Wade, or do we go with the more expensive guy, Jalen Tyson, who's 6,600? So if we put in the 6,600, that leaves us with 4,800 for the forward spot. I don't mind that because we can go ahead and use our other today's triple threat in this build, and that would be Caleb Martin, and just put that in the flex so we'll know that that's our wiggle room spot. So we'll go ahead and put Kalkbrenner, who's firmly entrenched in this lineup, and we'll go ahead and see what we got at the 4,400 in case we need to bump up from this Amari Williams guy, who is just a placeholder at this point, but let's see what it also brings us right now. The 4,400 price tag. GG Jackson, TJ Mack, Murphy, Warford. Oh, Yakashonis. Yakashonis is he might have a spot today. So we can also go to Yakashonis because I believe Davion Mitchell has already been ruled out. So Yakashonis will be in play. We got Luke Garza. Remember, based on who's ever going to start, we might go with Luke Garza. Bones Highland. Bones Highland could be of some interest here. We know that Ant-Man, let's see what's Ant-Man's status right now. As of right now, Ant-Man's status look like he's in. Yes, he is in. So that takes a little bit of shine off of Bones Highland. Drew Smith, another. All right, we're going to go ahead and land on Drew Smith. Let's go ahead and put Drew Smith in here at the guard spot. 4K. And then we had Will Rashard. We'll put him at the utility since he's bringing us the latest minutes on our lineup. Okay, so there we have it. Let's go ahead and recap this lineup build here. We had Josh Giddey, one of our triple threats of the day, coming in at 7,800. Then we have a pair of Cleveland Cavaliers. First off, our homeboy Hoobie Hammond, top play of the day. Donovan Spider Mitchell coming in at 9,700. We're looking for 60 from you, Donovan. Yes, that'll do. And then we have Jalen Tyson coming in at 6,600. There will be there'll be some added usage available for this guy as well. I don't believe in that perimeter defense of the Lakers. They're pretty soft on the perimeter. They're playing a lot of zone even lately. Be a lot of rebound opportunities, a lot of slashing opportunities available for a guy like a Jalen Tyson. So 6,600 is a decent enough price. Then we got another one of our today's triple threats. That'll be Spicy P. Pascal Siakam coming in at 8,800. Then we have Kalkbrenner, again, another one of our triple threats on this slate. And then we ended the lineup with a trio of value plays in Drew Smith filling in, who will be getting some of those minutes left from the absence of Davion Mitchell. And then we have Caleb Martin, another value play, and another one of our triple threats. We jammed our triple threats in this lineup. We got all 5 of them, actually, in this lineup. Then we got Will Rashard coming in at 4K. And so we'll go ahead and mix in several of these triple threats that we listed here today. We're not going to use all 5 of them in every lineup, but here, the way this lineup came about, I do like the core of this lineup, obviously. And so 3 to 5 of these plays will probably be in every lineup today because we like to go with a tight player pool. Since we don't play many lineups here, that's usually our strategy. Go ahead and jump on over to Underdog. We have the 3rd pick in this 6-player draft, the $15 Dog Bowl qualifier. I believe it's a 10K seat value. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, man. Let's get it. Okay, so in the 3rd pick, you see my rankings here. We are very high on Jalen Johnson today. He's coming in as ADP 4, but we have him ranked as our 2nd best play today. Donovan Mitchell, I would love to get him here in this spot as well. So we're going to go ahead and fill up our queue with the guys at the top of the rankings here. Jalen number 2. Somebody else has Jalen number 2 as well, huh? All right, here's what we're going to do. We are going to take Donovan, our homeboy Booby Hammond, top play of the day. Yes, let's get a share of him right now. Over here on Underdog in the Dog Bowl. Bring us our seat with Donovan Mitchell. Yes, we have confidence in him. We know he's our top play today, so we definitely have confidence in this play. Oftentimes a guy like Wembanyama has a little more value even over here on Underdog. So we will try to get some shares of him as well because of the 3 points for each block and steal over here on Underdog. You get 3 points as opposed to 2 points on DraftKings. And on DraftKings, you also get those bonuses, which can neutralize some of these guys over here, but there's no bonuses here on Underdog. Spicy P or Ant-Man. We're rolling with Ant-Man this time. I definitely like Spicy P or Amen Thompson over him. And so we'll go with Amen Thompson in this spot. Let's see where our guy Josh Giddey is going. Okay, he's coming up. We have an outside shot of getting him. I doubt it, but it's right on his ADP. So hopefully we can get him. I do like Giddey went off the board. Wouldn't you know it? Okay, JJ. Let's go, JJJ. Don't foul out like you normally do, man. So we got JJJ there. With these Q tags, it's a bit risky, especially in these contests, these $15 contests where you got to come in the top 2 spots. It's a bit risky taking these guys with the Q tags a little too soon. And so for my money, I think I'd rather wait to get a little bit more clarity on whether a lot of these guys with the Q tags are leaning towards being in or out. Did they attend shoot around, right? Did they get upgraded to questionable from doubtful, or did they get, are they in, right? So I just want to wait. That's just how I usually do it, because there's so many. There's a 9 games, it may even be more than 9 games here over here, but it's such a large slate. You don't really have to force plays because there's a lot of dudes available. In fact, I like a Kongwu here in this spot. Queta's a pretty good defender on the other side. Not so sure about these other guys, Luke Garza and Amari Williams. I think this opens up some opportunity for a Kongwu here. We'll go ahead and go with Markkanen. Hopefully he's not on any kind of back-to-back restrictions or anything. So let's go ahead and bank that he'll play. If not, we got a good backup here, a backup plan. One of these guys as a swap replacement would be perfectly fine. And so that's what I tend to do. The guys who I believe might be questionable, you wait till like late 5th or 6th round just to take one of those kind of guys, because your replacement will be a guy who you have evenly ranked anyway. Although I do see the value in taking a guy like Nurkic, because Nurkic has really been off the charts lately. Very good, notching triple doubles and everything. So I'm not gonna hate on that play. In fact, I want to see how that guy's team ended up, the guy who took Nurkic. So we'll go ahead and look at the board here. And so coming out of the number 2 spot, we got a non-badger even. He's in the middle of all these badges, these red badges. And this guy got some guts, man. So he took Jalen Johnson, number 2, a little unconventional right there. And then he went with Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Yusuf Nurkic, Manuel Quickly, and Najee Marshall. Oh, man, that's a very strong draft. I like this guy's draft. Yeah. And so there's a guy named Young Mula right next to that guy. Young Mula took Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, Amen Thompson, JJJ, Onyeka Okongwu, and Lauri Markkanen. Mathology out of the number 1 spot. He took Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, Karl Anthony Towns, Brandon Miller, Cooper Flagg, and Rudy Gobert. Silverbag Chaser coming out of the number 5 spot. He got Paolo Banchero, LeBron James, Deontay George, Josh Giddey, Jared Allen, and DeAndre Ayton. So you see how difficult it's going to be to get out of these kind of contests with a seed here, right? But we're going to go ahead and give it our shot. And I'm going to go ahead and sign out here, but I'm going to go ahead. We'll go ahead and conclude our triple threat NBA DFS showcase, where we go ahead and build a few lineups on DraftKings and review a couple of lineups as well. And then we hop on over to Underdog and go ahead and jump in the draft. Yeah, we bring you the goods each and every day. And then we bring you our today's triple threats, which are our top picks on DraftKings. And, we smashed quite a few of these plays, especially our homeboy, whom we had top play of the day. We've been doing pretty good on that one lately, I must say. And we're going to go ahead and wish you the best of luck in today's contest. And on your way out, please take the time to smash the like button, sign up to our channel through a subscription. Please subscribe to the channel. And also follow us on social media at GAB4Young, the number 4, YUUNG. And also, we would appreciate it if you leave a comment, right? Your feedback means a lot to us as we build this. Just many ways to bring you different products, different offerings, different collaborations, and some live shows as well, right? We're going to definitely step off into that very shortly, the live shows. And just an update, we may be switching providers here. I'm not really too thrilled with the way the current provider of my streams is operating. So it's a little delay, maybe a week or so delay in bringing you some content, but we'll go ahead and stay abreast of that. But until then, let's go ahead and keep grinding these streets, right? And we thank you for joining us here at GAB Sports. Your boy, Young Moolah, signing out. All right, good luck to you all. Peace.
It's your boy Young Moolah, man. Always and forever a triple threat.